Hello, everybody. My name is Jack Strider, and I'm a sophomore in college to be a mechanical engineer right now. And I thought that I would just share with you guys the mistakes that I made freshman year. My hope in this is that someone out there won't make the same mistakes, because my freshman year was not the easiest. I made a lot of mistakes. I did. So I thought I'd just go down the list and give you a couple, because if you know what to look out for, you won't make the same mistakes, right? Yeah, because we're all responsible people out there. That even when we know something's coming, we prepare for it and we don't do it, because that's just how people work. All right. Well, yeah, I'm in my new cherry right now. It's like the fruit. Sleep was a huge issue for me freshman year. I was getting to bed late. I was waking up early. Like, I was getting to bed sometimes 4 in the morning, like 3 or 4 in the morning, and then I was waking up at 8 o'clock. And then I was trying to catch up with sleep on the weekends, and it wasn't working. It just didn't. That's not how the human body is meant to function. And I messed up. Yeah, it's important. Like, you're supposed to get 8 to 10 hours of sleep every night. And freshman year, that's extremely important, because sleep, everything revolves around sleep. Your eating habits, your grades, your mood. If you don't get enough sleep, you're kind of just setting yourself up for failure. So I know it seems like going to bed is kind of a bummer, and college isn't as party oriented as it sounds. I mean, at least my college. I know there's some colleges out there that are like, I'm sorry, I have this little bit of hair that's sticking up. Right there. I know there's some colleges out there that are like all party all the time. And that's not where I go. And my college is definitely not like that, and I'm okay with that, honestly. I'm not like the hardcore party type, so I'm okay with that. So basically, number one, get 8 to 10 hours of sleep a night. You will not regret it, believe me. Food is, by the way, these 6 are not in any particular order of importance. These are all equally as important. No, I don't say that. Some are a little less important than others, but there's no order of importance here. I just kind of picked the order as I came up with them. But food is also very important. You should, I know I sound like your parents, eat 3 meals a day. Honestly, I eat occasionally 6 meals a day. I will eat breakfast. I will eat a snack before lunch. I will eat lunch. Then I will eat in between dinner, and then I will eat dinner. And then I will eat a second dinner around midnight. So food, and by the way, these are not huge meals. These are like, maybe half the size of a normal meal, but I'm eating consistently throughout the day, which, by the way, there's science behind that shows like snacking throughout the day, healthy snacking throughout the day is healthier than 3 big meals. It's just easier on your digestive system. Anyway, by the way, ramen, like the pack of ramen over there, I admit there's places where you can get real ramen. But the like top ramen and all that's not a real meal. That is a snack. It's not even that good for you. It's packed with sodium. If you look online, there's pictures of it dissolving in your stomach, and it doesn't. It just kind of just sits there. There's almost no nutritional value in that stuff. I treated it like meals before. I would eat up almost like 2, 3, sometimes even 4 packs at a time, because it just wasn't satisfying my body's need for like protein and stuff and nutrients. And so yeah, it's not healthy, and you can't survive off that. Or you can't even survive off the like Easy Mac. You need real food. I know the food at your calf kind of sucks, but it's better than eating that every day. I keep pointing over there because I have 3 giant containers of it. Now, I'm not, and I know you might be like, oh, you're a hypocrite. No, I like ramen. I just don't eat it as meals. I eat it, like as a snack, and that's fine. Yeah, it's important to eat food, because food is good, and you need food to live. Food affects your mood. It affects everything. So yeah, eat food. Food is good. If you've watched any of my past vlogs, you know that this was a pretty big issue for me. Being in looking back on it, I kind of had depression and anxiety my whole life, but college really triggered it. Not being in a new setting with much more stress, not to mention what had happened beforehand. And if you want the full story, go watch my vlog titled Depression, because that kind of gives you the whole backstory behind why my freshman year was kind of like that. But even if you're like, I'm fine, I have never had mental health issues, I'm not depressed, I'm not sad, just keep an eye out for it. You need to be realistic that depression spikes when people go to college. It's a thing that happens. You're in new circumstances. If you're in a cold environment like me in Boston, you're trapped indoors a lot, which can lead to depression. It's called cabin fever. It's an actual thing. I don't know if it's actually called... I know cabin fever is a thing, but I don't know if the depression from being indoors for so long is called cabin fever. Anyway, it's very important to just kind of keep doing a little check of yourself, and it's not going to manifest instantly as incredibly dark thoughts, even though it may. Sometimes it's just a little bit of self-doubt, or just stressing a lot about grades, maybe social interactions, stuff like that. The school counselors are there for a reason. In college, the glory of college is that you are now separated from your old life. You can go to the counseling, and they legally can't tell your parents. If your parents so much as call and say, have my kids been to see a psychiatrist or like one of the school counselors, if they say yes, legal action can be followed up. Like, that's disclosure of private information. They can't even tell your parents that you were there. And mental health is just really important. I guess what I'm trying to get across here is even if you're stressed about a test, go talk to someone. Go find a counselor to talk to. Go find a really good friend to just vent to. Venting is such an amazing tool. Oh my God. Just having someone that you can just mentally barf all of your stress onto, and don't feel bad about it. Be like, hey, can I vent for a second? And then they realize what is about to come out of your mouth is going to be a lot of stressful stuff that's been building up in your mind, and not to take it, to what you're saying to heart for them. And it's, I don't know where I'd be without venting. Venting's amazing. Cleanliness was horrifying for me freshman year. I don't want to admit how often I changed my sheets, but the number was below 3 for the entire semester. For the entire year. It was disgusting. It was gross. I am not keeping up that record. It has been about like 2 months at college, and I've changed my sheets already over twice. Cleanliness is incredibly important, because cleanliness affects mental health and sleep and all the other stuff I've talked about. Even eating patterns, because it affects sleep, which affects eating patterns. Anyway, be clean, shower regularly, change your sheets. I can't tell you how often changing your sheets, I can't tell you how much small little changes like changing your sheets, clean clothing can really boost your mental health. And to go back to the eating thing real quick, I've noticed, Magic has also noticed, that when you don't eat well for a couple days, if you're just eating like the kind of crappy cafeteria food, I know I said to go get it, it's better than the Top Ramen, but if you've been eating, like canned soup and Top Ramen and microwavable food and like the crappy stuff in the caf, and you've just been doing that for like a couple days, it'll start to add up. You're going to start to feel like crap. Honestly, the best thing, go out, get food, order from somewhere. Go out with your friends and split a meal. It doesn't have to be expensive. It just has to be not crap food. Something that Magic does is they go out and they go and get Indian with their friends. It's really cheap. It's really good for you. I go and I go to this place called Wings Over Boston, or I get pizza, or I get Chinese food, all of which it's just better than what you're having, and it's a nice change, and it's a good mental health boost. Yeah, don't leave, have a good laundry hamper. Don't leave a pile of clothing. Have a trash can. Oh my God, if you look back in some of my videos, we had this massive pile of just a trash bag in our corner, just this massive pile up behind me, and it smelled. It was disgusting, and we didn't take it out because we were lazy and it was cold out, and we had to go to the trash compactor outside. No one wanted to do it. We just had to nut up and do it eventually because it was just so gross. Honestly, just keeping stuff clean is such a huge help for everything. This is one that I am kind of hypocritical in saying, but get your shit done. I have the bad habit of putting everything off until the night beforehand. I've gotten better though. It's all about kind of like looking at what your week's going to be like and the projects you have to get done. Like when I know that I have really hard homework due in a week, I live in a suite with 5 other people, so at least one of my roommates has the same assignment due that week, especially because 4 out of 5 of us, or 5 out of 6 of us are mechanical engineers. No, 4 out of 6 of us are mechanical engineers, so we all take the same classes. Most of us have the same professors. But yeah, honestly, get it done when it's assigned, unless you can't because you're packed. But get it done when it's assigned, because then when the due date comes, you're like, I already did that. I can't tell you how many nights I've been up stressing and getting, anxious and a little really worried about my grades because I put it to the last second. You got to look ahead. Sometimes you'll have 2 or 3 assignments due on one night, so stagger them. Get one assignment done tonight, and then no stress. It's a huge boost to your mental health to have good grades, because that's one less thing to worry about. I am, like I said, I'm hypocritical in saying that because I don't do my work when I should, and it's taking a toll. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really I was really worried about my grades. I got it back together. I got a tutor. Tutors are amazing, by the way. If your school doesn't offer free tutoring, and if it does, go. The second, if you get a bad grade on a test, don't wait for that shit to stack up. Go over it with them. You may think, oh, it was in the past, I already got the bad grade, whatever. Go over it with them, because that means you don't know everything down pat. Just go to them, just one session. Go over it, see what you did wrong. And if they don't offer free tutoring, find a cheap tutor near you. Or a good cheap tutor. Because tutors are so much help. Or find a friend that's really good at the class that can teach you. These are some tips and tricks that I've learned to help with my grades. The second you get a bad test, email your professor. Be like, hey, do you have time to go over this with me? I really, I don't want to have this bad grade. Is there, can you go over with me so this doesn't happen again? And then they're like, oh, hey, this kid's actually trying. Cool. And then when you're meeting with them, be like, is there any way I can get extra credit? Is there any way I can get points back? Be enthusiastic. Be active about your grades, and people will notice and want to help you. I know it sounds a little ridiculous, but I can't tell you how, I got a really bad grade on my calc test a couple weeks ago. I'm not going to lie. And I went up to my teacher and I said, I don't like this grade. I don't like this grade. I want to change it. Do you have time to meet up this week at any point and go over the test and talk about stuff like that? And she's like, absolutely. We met up. Turns out I'm going to be doing some extra credit work to get some points back. She helped me learn all the mistakes I made so I don't make them on the next test. And she's helping me. My teacher is actively helping me. Now, you may go to a school where teachers aren't that active and don't want to help the students that much, so do it by yourself. Go get a tutor. Go study harder. I know I sound like every parent and every, like adult out there that you don't want to listen to, but as someone who is a sophomore and already went through freshman year, it kind of sucks. And it's just good to get a jump on it early. A lot of people don't realize that they go into college with a fresh GPA. If you tank your GPA freshman year, you're going to be fighting to get it back the rest of your college career. I luckily my school has the policy where you can replace, if you take a class again and you get a better grade, it replaces the old grade, which was, honestly, I probably wouldn't be at my school if they didn't do that, because I tanked my GPA first semester freshman year, brought it back second semester, and it's now at a manageable level that I'm trying to raise even more, to be honest. This is a mistake I made going into freshman year. I overpacked the fuck out of my room. I was like, oh, I'm going to need this, and I'm going to need this, and I'm going to need this. I had the luxury of having my parents drive me up there, so I could pack almost as much as I wanted. The problem was, I didn't need as much as I thought I did. A little bit of decoration for your room. You don't need as much clothing as you think you do. Honestly, you really don't. I brought 3 times as many t-shirts as I actually needed. You want to make sure that you want to have about the amount of number of outfits you're going to have of everything, with a little bit of exchange. I have about, okay, I'm going to just throw some fake numbers out there. I have 15 pairs of underwear, 15 pairs of socks, and 20 t-shirts. And because I always wear jeans, I pretty much always wear boots. That gives me 15 days of clothing with five t-shirts that I can kind of mix match in, with 20 shirts with 5 extra that I can kind of mix match in there however I want. Sure, you and I have a couple dress shirts and a little bit of extra clothing, like I have a vest and stuff like that. But that's the base mentality you should have. If you have, 15 pairs of underwear, 15 socks, and 52 shirts, something's wrong. You don't need that many. And I brought my entire computer setup, obviously. But there's just some stuff you don't need. Like this TV, I keep bringing it. I keep thinking I'm going to use it, and I never use it. I keep bringing it up. I'm like, I'm going to use it this time. I'm going to watch movies on it or something. I just do everything on my computer. I don't use it. My roommates or my suite mates across the way, they use theirs, and that's fine. I just never use mine. My roommate never uses it. Some stuff you just don't need. And if you live nearby your college, overpacking may not be the worst idea, because you can overpack, be like, oh, I don't need this, and then send it home. But if you're flying to wherever you're going, pack light. You don't need as much as you think you do. Honestly, I packed like 3 packs of cards this year, because I'm like, oh, we're all gonna, maybe, we could get together and have card night. And like, that's not happening. I just have 3 packs of cards now that are kind of like laying in my room, not doing anything. Just make sure you think about what you pack. Decorations are good. Decorations are fine. But just don't be like, I need this. Put thought into it. Say, why do I need this? And that's kind of my 2 cents. I couldn't really think of any more, but if I think of any more, I guess I'll just put them in another vlog. Sorry this thing come out on Friday. I am filming this on Saturday because I had a packed day yesterday, and I'm going to be completely honest with you. I hopped on a movie date with Magic, and it got really late, and I realized that I couldn't do the video. So I'm sorry about that, but my partner kind of comes first. We were going to watch The Birdcage, which is an amazing movie that everyone should watch. I give it like 5 out of 5. It's really funny. It's with Robin Williams. It's about him and his gay partner running a tranny nightclub, or a cross-dressing. They run a cross-dressing nightclub, and called The Birdcage, and it's just really funny. And then we watched some of that wasn't on Netflix. It was only for ordered DVD, so we just watched some of The Flash, which is A really good show, actually. You need to watch the Green Arrow first because there's a bunch of crossover, but it's really good. I unfortunately only got like 3 or 4 episodes into the Green Arrow and then stopped watching it. So I'm thinking about going back and actually watching the series so that I understand a lot of the crossover. But yeah, that's my 2 cents. That's my little throw of information. So I hope it helps some of you. If you want to see more helpful vlogs like this, I don't know. Let me know in the comments or email me. My email's on my channel, or message me on Facebook. My Facebook channel is also on my channel. Make sure to subscribe and give this video a like. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your views. I'm still astonished that I have 105 subscribers. Like 105 people want to watch me. It's ridiculous. I started this channel thinking that I wasn't going to get anywhere. I'm already at 105. It's been a year, but I'm getting there. So thank you guys for sticking around for this wild ride of a channel. I will see you guys next week, and I'm going to visit Magic next weekend, so I'm gonna make sure to record a lot of videos this weekend so that I can kind of just release them. Well, I'm only gonna need to really backlog one, I guess. Anyway, thank you guys for watching so much. You mean a lot to me. I will see you next time. My name is Jack Strider, and I am out of here. Bye.